Hello everyone, this is Catherine's Granny Squares. Now, before I moved, I did promise that when I got set up in the bungalow, I would do a tutorial for these little ramekin covers. They're very simple. They just go over either this, in this case, a bought cheesecake little pot, or you can use a ramekin, a proper ramekin. And they're so simple, and they just make little covers that you can either use on your table for snacks, or you can put them in the craft room for your little notions, or on the dressing table. So to make these, what you'll need is, if you want to go over a ramekin, you'll need that. You'll need a crochet hook. I'm using a 4.5 because I'm going to be using cotton Aran, which is normally a 5, but I want to just go down to a 4.5. You'll also need some scissors at the end to sew in your ends. You'll need your needle and either a stitch marker or a bobby pin if you wish to mark the end of your rows. Of course, you don't need to do that. So let's get going. I'm going to pop that one away and just leave these here to show you. To start off, we're going to do a chain of 4, and we're going to join that with a slip stitch. So let's get going. I'm just going to pop these other things out my way for a moment. So start off, as I say, with your chain of 4. Now make this first chain of 4 as loose as you can. Then we're going to join with a slip stitch into the first one we made. So count back and then just join with a slip stitch, because what we want is a little ring to work into. And there's the circle in the middle of the ring. Then we're going to chain up 3. That will represent a treble. I'm working in UK terms. And then into the middle, inside the little hole there in the middle, you need to put 9 trebles. So go in, you can work over that end and do 9 trebles. So you want 10 at the end of this row or round, and you can go over the tail if you wish, if that's what you want to do. It saves sewing in at the end, doesn't it? Leave a little bit though, because you need to pull that ring tight. So I'm just going to go around now, and I'm going to put 9 trebles into that center hole to give me a total of 10 stitches. So just continue doing that. I'll see you in a mo. So you've done your 9 trebles into the ring. So we'll just join to the top of that 3 chain that you made at the beginning. So there's your treble, there's your 3 chain. Just join to the top with a slip stitch. Pull that tail tight, and now we're on the second round. So we're going to go up 3 chains again to represent your treble. Into that same space, we're going to do a treble. So in effect, 2 stitches there, because you're counting your 3 chain as a stitch. And then in every stitch around, we're going to put 2 trebles. So we're doubling up to 20 stitches on this round. So just continue going all the way around, putting 2 trebles into every stitch all the way round, and I'll meet you when we get back to the beginning. So I've gone all the way round. I've put 2 trebles in every stitch, so give me 20 stitches. I'm now going to join to the top of the first treble, not the chain, to the top of the first treble with a slip stitch. And now we're going to do 1 chain, and in that same space we're going to put a double crochet, and then we're going to go all the way around and we're going to put double crochets all the way around. Remembering this is UK terms, as I say, double crochet, that would be single crochet if you're in the US. So we're going all the way around just to neaten off this base. So a whole round of double crochets. See how it's looking? You can do this in acrylic yarn as well. You don't have to do it in cotton, whatever you like. Just fit it round the container that you want to use, or you can just do it as a little basket on its own. So I'll meet you in a moment. Go all the way around with a round of double crochet. When you've gone all the way around, you can see it's starting to go up. Join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet you made. And now we're going to go up the sides. So we'll chain 4. Get myself some more yarn. We'll chain 4, miss a stitch, and then double crochet into the next stitch. And we're going to continue that. We're going to go up again, chain 4. What does this remind you of? A string market bag. Missing a stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 4, missing a stitch, double crochet into the next stitch. You're making little loops. So I've gone all the way around, chaining 4, missing a stitch, double crochet into next stitch, all the way around, and I've come to the end. So what do I do now? So what I do now is I just carry on. I do my 4 chains, but instead of missing a stitch, I now go right into the loop with a double crochet, and I'm going up the sides. So this will depend on how tall your little container or pot is, or how tall you want your basket to be. You can make them shallow. This will probably be a more shallow one because my little camera will object and go on strike if I try and work it too hard. So I'm going to just carry on, and I'm just going to go round and round for maybe one more round to show you the idea, and then I will meet you when I've done maybe another couple of rounds, or maybe one round. See how the camera goes. Gone around, and I'm near the end of doing this round. As I say, You can do as many as you wish. This will be 3 rounds for reference. And there we are. So 1, 2, 3. I've come to the end of doing 3 rounds. So that's as far as I'm going to go on this. Let me just show you. Okay, but you can do as many as you wish. So when you've come to the end of how many rounds you want to go round, you've finished here, you've done as many rounds as you want, you've done your 4 and you've joined into the loop. So then what we want to do is go into the next double crochet with a slip stitch, because we're finishing that off now. And then we're going to do 1 chain, and in that same space we're going to put a double crochet. And then we're going to go into the loop and we're going to put 2 double crochets. We're giving a little border on the top now. Then when we come to the double crochet, we're going to give it 1 double crochet. So I get in that one. Sorry, I might have gone off camera a little bit there. It was being a bit of a nuisance getting it in. 2 in the loop, so 2 double crochets in the loop, 1 double crochet in the double crochet, 2 in the loop. Just to finish off, you see where I'm going with this? Just give it a little bit of strength, and 1 in the double crochet. So I'll just go around there, putting 2 double crochets in the loop and 1 in the double crochet. Just giving a nice little edge to it. See you in a moment. So I've gone all the way round, putting 1 double crochet in the double crochet and 2 double crochets in the loop. And I'm at the end, so I'm just going to go into that first double crochet and finish off with a slip stitch. So you can do, depends on the container how big you make this. I'll just cut the yarn, put that out the way, pull that through, and of course you would do your ends, wouldn't you? So this is your little ramekin cover. Now this is 3 rounds, so what you do is you put it on your ramekin and you mould it. There's the bottom. You mould it to the shape. Now you can either keep it on the ramekin, or you see I've not really taken much time to mould that. It's already looking like the shape. Because it's cotton, this yarn, it will stretch lovely round it and it'll be nice and firm. So there you've got your little ramekin cover. Oops, a bit slippy that one. There you go. And if you want it out, and just as it is, it tends to sit up on its own. So I'll pop that one down on the table. You can see it better there with the other ones. Okay, and of course, as I say, you'd use that darning needle and you would put in your ends. So that is a very simple, very quick little ramekin cover. If you do make one, let me know. And say you can use acrylic yarn as well. So, and you can use scraps, lots of different colours if you wish. This just happens to be already variegated, multicoloured. So I hope you've enjoyed that. And finally, I've kept my promise, and I'll see you all soon for another chat, short or perhaps another tutorial, who knows. See you soon. Thank you for watching. This is Catherine at Catherine's Granny Squares. Bye for now.